here we are today with Timo Hannay. Did I say your name right, sir?
Yes.
You are the founder of Digital Science. Can we start with digital science? What is digital science? Who are the users? How was it founded, created by you? Am I right?
Yeah, Digital Science is a business that creates software for researchers, for research organizations like universities, really enabling them to make the most of the new digital networked world that we're in, providing the tools to make their discoveries more effectively and to share them more efficiently as well. We're actually part of Macmillan, which is a publishing company. We're quite well known for publishing scientific journals, but we feel that as an information business, as a publishing business, we need to be expert not just with publications, not just with content and editorial, but with technology and software as well. So we're building this new business to fulfill our original mission, which is to serve the information needs of researchers and scientists, but to do that in a new way, through software and through digital technologies.
You said the users are universities. Only universities? How about corporations? How about big pharmaceuticals who
Absolutely.
are extremely big in their R&D budgets, right?
Of
and
course.
Expenses.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of scientific research that goes on worldwide. Global research and development is around about $1.4 trillion. That breaks down into corporates, pharmaceutical companies you mentioned, but many other types of industries as well. Chemical industries, materials, foods and so forth, all have R&D, scientific research arms. So we serve them, we serve major pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies, but also the not-for-profit, the basic research sector in universities and research organizations.
Research organizations, which brings me to my next question. Research, how has it been done in the past and how are you changing the way that research is being conducted? And then is it helping to the bottom line? Did you see that performance? So how are your clients reacting to that?
Yeah, scientific research, like any other human activity, has been completely changed by digital technologies. If you look at the way that science is done now, just take one example of many, gene sequencing. The first human genome was published in 2001, cost billions of dollars. The cost of sequencing a human genome now is down to a few $1,000s. So this is the kind of technological progress we're seeing in science. And it's mirrored by progress on the software side as well. Of course, the web was created by a scientist, Tim Berners-Lee, to enable scientists to share information with one another. We're about providing them with the tools and the software tailored to their particular needs that enables them to make the most of that. And what we've seen in the years since the web was created has been, of course, a huge expansion in its use in e-commerce, in social media, in finance, in all sorts of areas of human activity. And in a way, despite the fact that the web was originally created for scientists to share information, researchers' use of it has lagged behind. We think they could be making much better use of it if they only had the tools at their disposal, and that's what we're trying to fix.
Is the software expensive, and is it only the software that you're providing to your clients?
The software, we would argue that it's very cost effective. In some cases it's free at the point of use. We provide a wide variety of software. Some of it enables researchers to more effectively interact with research publications, journals. Some of it enables them to manage their laboratories more effectively, all the information and assets they've got in their laboratories. Some of it enables them to organize and share their data sets much more effectively. If you think about it, scientists, just like everyone else, now have great software tools for managing their photo collections, managing their music collections. But if you were to go into a scientific laboratory, an average scientific laboratory today, it's a bit like taking a journey back in time. The way that they manage their data and their information is very manual. They're using tools that aren't designed for the job. And we want to fix that. We want to give them the proper tailored software tools. So just as they go home and they have software for picking out the music they want to look at that evening or to manage their holiday photos, we want them when they're in the lab to be able to manage their professional information, their research data and other information just as effectively, and we're trying to provide the tools for them to do that. Your question about cost effectiveness, many of the tools are free at the point of use. And we sell premium versions of that either to individuals or laboratories or whole institutions. But generally speaking, you can make these things very cost effectively available because you develop them once, and of course these digital technologies allow you to sell them online around the world in a very cost effective manner. So we generally feel that we can provide the tools that are hugely cost effective in enabling these organizations to be much more effective than they would be without them.
Is this a a profitable business to be in? Do you have any competitors?
Yeah, we do have competitors. It has to be said that most of the scientific publishing industry that we come out of really continues to focus mainly on content rather than on technology of this kind. But we do have competitors. There are some established scientific software businesses, particularly that have come out of the equipment market. Companies that make gene sequencing equipment, microscopes and so forth, also create software. But we think most of it is not as good as it should be. Some of it's very tied to the equipment that particular manufacturer sells.
Older than you too, right? When
yeah.
was Digital Science founded?
Digital Science was founded 3.5 years ago. We launched it at the end of 2010. Yeah, we're still very much startup. But we think that the scientific software business as a whole will be a multi-billion-dollar business. You know, as I said before, well over $1 trillion a year spent worldwide on scientific research. The scientific publishing business, journals and so forth, is worth many tens of billions of dollars annually. The scientific software business is smaller but growing much more rapidly. So it holds out huge promise for the future. Yeah, we're an early entrant, if you like.
So you see the interest and the demand coming from the market?
Absolutely, yeah. We're growing very rapidly. We'll do probably 3 or 4 times the revenue this year that we did last year. We're growing very rapidly, we're hiring very rapidly, and we're growing, I should say, in large part not just through building things internally, but we're investing in young businesses, young startup businesses that we're bringing into our portfolio. So we have 7 startup businesses in our portfolio. We're growing by investing in these young scientific software startups.
The startups?
They're the ones that create the products. So we create some products internally, centrally, within our team. But many of our products, in fact, at the moment, most of our products are created through young software startups in which we've invested.
They're also based in London, like you are?
All around the world. We have our headquarters in London. We have another big office in Boston. We have staff here in New York. We have businesses in continental Europe, in the Middle East. We have staff in Australasia. You name it. We've got people all around the world.
What's your size in terms of employees then?
So Digital Science as a whole is about 200 people.
In 3 years?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But we're growing very rapidly. It's going to be a much larger number in the next year or 2.
Thank you so much. Well, any last minute messages that you would like to give to the audience or to the users as well?
Yeah, I just think the way that research is conducted is changing drastically, radically as a result of these digital technologies. It's important to everyone because scientific discovery underpins the modern world. It gives us the technology and the knowledge that we've grown accustomed to in the modern world. So I think it's hugely important, but it's also a great opportunity to build businesses, and that's what we're trying to realise now.
And you're the one who's connecting the dots. Thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure.
Timo Hannay, thank you.
Thank you.